Hey, it's prize giveaway time. More details about that at the end of the video. In the mid-90s, films loved boxes, in particular mysterious things inside boxes.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh, what's in the box?
What is it?
Is that what I think it is?
And none were more mysterious than the contents of the businessy workbox, more commonly known as a briefcase, from 1994's Pulp Fiction. To quickly recap, Vincent and Jules are sent to retrieve the briefcase for their boss Marcellus Wallace, during which time they have a drink, clean a car, have a shower, and get some breakfast. But at no point do you see what's in the case. To this day, the mystery remains. Well, allow me to present some evidence that will lead you to only one inevitable conclusion about the film Pulp Fiction. Welcome to Alternate Take. Firstly, let's look at the case itself. Did you ever notice that the combination of the case is 666? Do you know who else is associated with 666? That's right. Also, when the case is opened, there's an ethereal glow emanating from it. Now, gold and diamonds don't produce their own light, so maybe it's a case with a light bulb in it. But what if there's something a bit more supernatural going on here? Secondly, when Jules and Vincent collect the case, they are accosted by a man who won second place in a Seinfeld lookalike contest. Fun fact, he actually lost out to Jerry Seinfeld. He loves entering them under various pseudonyms and walking away with the prizes, be they book vouchers or poorly printed certificates. Anyway, this sign fraud unloads a revolver at Jules and Vincent from what could only be a meter or two away and misses every single shot. Pretty unlikely, huh? Well, not so unlikely when you think Jules and Vincent's mission is very important to someone who is willing to protect them as they go. Jules even recognizes this in his own sweary way.
God came down from heaven and stopped these motherfucking bullets.
And speaking of protection, Marcellus Wallace, the man who owns the contents of the case, is getting a little bit of his own looking after in this movie. In this scene, Bruce Willis's professional boxer, who is on the run from Wallace, decides to play one-pin bowling with our donut-holding friend, where Marcellus is the pin and Bruce's old Honda is the ball. Well, how come Marcellus doesn't have a scratch on him? And later in the scene, when Bruce just wants Marcellus to take a nap,
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
he hits him not once but 4 times with no blood. In fact, Marcellus only starts bleeding when the shop owner gets involved, which leads me on to my next point. The only time you see Marcellus Wallace bleed, even though he's been hit with a car and punched 4 times by a professional boxer, is when he's in the presence of Zed, Maynard. Do you remember he was called Maynard? I didn't. And his friend, never mind. I think it's safe to say that their shop is a place of evil, a hellmouth if you will. And maybe, just maybe, these guys aren't exactly all they appear to be. Now, just one more thing before the big reveal that this has all been building to. When Jules and Vincent are having breakfast after retrieving Marcellus's case, they get stuck up by a Bonnie and Clyde pair in the diner.
What's in the case?
My boss's dirty laundry.
Your boss makes you do his laundry?
Now, Jules gives our Cockney cad all his money but won't give him the contents of the case. He's willing to die for it. Why? Surely with Marcellus's influence and resources, a couple of low-level crooks would be swooped up almost as soon as they left the diner, chopped into bits, put into cans, and labelled as pet food by lunchtime. Well, maybe, just maybe, Jules still believes he's under some miraculous protection, or perhaps the contents of the case is worth more than money could buy because, and here's what you already know from the thumbnail, what's in the case is Marcellus's soul.
Collecting people's souls is my greatest obsession.
See, sometime in the past, Mr. Marcellus Wallace did a deal with the devil to gain his criminal empire, but over the years his resolve has softened. Maybe it's the love of a good milkshake drinking, weird dancing, crazy woman that turned him around. But whatever it is, he wants out of the evil life. He's spoken to the big guy upstairs about getting his soul back and turning his life around. So Jules and Vincent are being protected from on high, as is Marcellus, until he can get his soul back, and the only people that can hurt him are literal demons sent from hell to stop the transaction. Marcellus is even trying out forgiveness as he lets Bruce Willis go, even after he broke a deal they had and hit him with a car and a fist multiple times. And maybe the sequel to this film would be Marcellus and his crew cleaning up the streets of LA. I've seen in some places the added notion that the band-aid on the back of Marcellus Wallace's head is where the soul was removed. But that's ridiculous. Everyone knows the soul comes out of the prizes. Now, we've hit 500 and 1,000 subscribers in a week. So there are 2 prizes on offer. Seeing as my Back to the Future video did pretty much all the heavy lifting, the prize is the trilogy on Blu-ray or DVD, or a £15 or $20 Amazon voucher, because that's kind of equivalent price. All you need to do to win is to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and comment with what you would like. So Blu-ray, DVD, or voucher, making sure that you state your currency preference. The competition is open until the date on screen, and more granular detail is in the description. Speaking of 2 prizes, there are 2 videos here you might like. The top one is my most recent upload, and the other one has been skillfully selected by YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, enjoy!